One thing that, I just last night was really discouraging to me is Joel's back to this. Like prior to the injury, I was scared of this, but he's back to that where he doesn't get the ball for a couple of possessions. He kind of mentally checks out, and there was a couple of times during the zone, he was just like walking through the zone trying to get to the areas because he knew he wasn't going to be able to get the ball because the way that the Heat were guarding him. And I was like, bro, you still have to get engaged. I'm sorry, you still have to be engaged. Like you have to actually, actually want to get the ball and actually fight for position, because you fighting for position is going to open things up for other players on the court, right? Another thing with that zone, that the shape shifting zone that the Heat implemented is, like I said, is meant to guard, and it's built to guard Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey and stop them from doing anything, and essentially saying, okay, everybody else on the Sixers are going to have to beat us. And essentially in the first half, it worked to perfection. Maxey couldn't get anything going. He couldn't get into a rhythm. Joel definitely couldn't get into a rhythm. He couldn't really get the ball. The Sixers, others had plenty of open shots, but they were like afraid to shoot it. Like Batum and Buddy Hill pump faked a couple of threes. Even Maxey pump faked a couple of threes. I'm like, bro, y'all got to shoot the ball. And the zone, like I said, it really worked because it really checked the stars out of the game. Like Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, you could visibly see it. They just weren't engaged for the game because like they couldn't get into a rhythm. The Sixers at this point couldn't get a stop. They couldn't get the ball into Joel Embiid. It was just a weird dynamic. Credit to the Heat zone, but they're cowards. So of course they went zone because they can't play man. Imagine being an NBA team, grown ass men in the huddle talking about, yo, all right, it's time to go zone, y'all. It's like, this is what we got to do because we can't play man. We can't guard anybody on the opposing team. So we have to be cowards and play a zone. So eventually you knew the zone was going to get figured out because no team, you're playing against all professional athletes and professional basketball players. There was no way you thought a zone was going to work for 48 minutes. Are y'all kidding me? Are y'all stupid?